Julie, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing out a new set of pens that I just bought from Amazon. So if you're interested in finding out more about these Colour Pigma pens, then keep watching. I'm a big fan of the MICRON pens. I've used them for many years in my scrapbooking because they are acid-free and archival quality. So when I started planning and needed a black pen to write with, this was one of the ones that I used. Quite often though, I find that I want to use colour pen when I'm writing in my planner, sometimes just to make something stand out or sometimes to fit in with the overall colour scheme of the spread. So I decided that I would splurge and buy this set of Colour Pigma Micron Fineliners. And I'm going to test them out with you today. So I've got my Modern Wild notebook that I haven't even started yet. I thought that might be a good place to start because it's quite recent Happy Planner paper. And I know some people have made comments about the quality of Happy Planner paper, so I thought it made sense to try out something from a more recent release. This pack has 9 colours and the tip is 0.5 with the line width of 0.45 millimetres. The 0.5 is probably the most used pen in the black set that I've got, so I think that these will be really useful for writing in my planner. First of all, I'm going to test out the pens themselves and show you the colours, and then we'll just do a couple of additional checks. And at the end of the video, I'll let you know my final thoughts. So let's start with the black. So the first thing I would say is that they were really smooth to write with straight away. They didn't need anything to get them going. I also think the colours are really clear and show up really well. I would say that they're fairly accurate when you look at the caps of the pen, maybe slightly lighter. The only one that came out a little bit different to how I was expecting was the pink, because here it looks a very pink, I'm not very good at my colours, but a piggy pink, a real sweet candy pink, but this is actually a touch of magenta. It's just that little bit darker or deeper than candy pink. I'm assuming that the inclusion of the sepia colour is mainly for scrapbookers who are maybe doing heritage albums, so I was a little bit surprised that there wasn't maybe a different colour, but for scrapbooking that's really useful. Let's take the page off and check for bleed through. Here's the colours up close, and let's turn over. There is 0 shadowing or bleed through, can't see anything, so that's good. I'll just colour an area and see if that will bleed through the page if I actually colour on it and press quite hard. So these are the colours up close again, and there's nothing bleeding through the page, and I did press quite hard and go over a couple of times. Maybe a tiny bit of ghosting, but pretty good. Let's just test to see if they smudge at all. So I'm just going to test each one. So clearly if you don't give it any wait time at all, then they do smudge. Let's do that again. And then just give it a few seconds. and that time it didn't smudge. Let's also just go over it with a highlighter. I think I forgot to smudge the purple, and just to show you how long I left it before attempting the smudge, let's do it again. So I wrote it and then I counted to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No smudge. So here are the results up close. I found it quite interesting because the black and the purple, which I suppose are the darkest, and the sepia and even the brown have smudged when the highlighter went over them. The highlighter is a very juicy highlighter, so it does seem to have smudged the writing, which I really wasn't expecting. This one smudged initially, but I literally had only just written it and then I smudged, so straight away. So that's useful to know, particularly for left-handers out there. So my overall thoughts are that for £2 a pen, as the whole set cost £18, they're good value for money. They felt really nice to write with. I did like the colours, but I would say I would have liked the red to be a little darker, a little of a deeper red. It's more a sort of orangey red, and the pink I would have preferred to be more pink than the magenta that it is. But apart from that, the colours are fine. Obviously going to have to watch the smudging issue, particularly if I was to use a highlighter. So that's something that did catch me by surprise because I wasn't expecting them to smudge at all. One thing I would mention is that the caps are very hard to get on, and sometimes you think you've pushed them down and they aren't. You do need to make sure you hear that click so that they are securely shut. So I hope you found this pen test useful. Let me know in the comments whether you've tried these pens and what you think of them, or which are your favourite planner pens, particularly when it comes to using colour. Thanks for watching, happy planning, take care and see you soon.